We are sort of back. I need to give you guys fair warning that the menuing, at least initially in this game, is piercingly loud. I can't do anything about that. I'm going to see if I can do something about it once I'm in the game, but it will not let me do it beforehand. So, if you need to take headphones off for a couple of minutes or anything like that, do so. I will try and make it not like assaulting your eardrums as soon as I can. Yeah, that's loud and there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. But here we have it, the beginning of what was many people's introduction to Final Fantasy. This is where things like took a drastic change in the Final Fantasy. You're gonna notice some themes still carry through, some aspects of things, but it's just so they took a huge leap with this one. They took some risks, they took some gambles, and frankly, like because of Final Fantasy, PlayStation exists. I'll get into a little bit more of that once we're done with cutscene. Oh, such a classic. Okay, so what I was saying, let's see, can I, oh good, I can do this. Alright, cool, I can drop that down, move that up, drop just this down to like, I don't know, 75. Let me know if that sounds okay to you guys. Like I said, I know it can be like assaultingly loud at first, but I might need to turn the music down just a little bit as well. There, is that good volumes for everybody? Are we good there? Do I need to turn things up or down more? Let me know. I think I need to do that just for my sanity there. There we go, that's better. There. I think that's okay, right? That's good volume levels? You can still hear me over it fine and all that. All right. So what I was gonna say, what I was saying is like Final Fantasy VII is the reason this PlayStation exists. Is Square Enix wanted to make the next Final Fantasy. They were there, and they've been working with Nintendo the whole time. Like Final Fantasy 1 through Final Fantasy 6 were all on Nintendo and Super Nintendo. But they wanted to like make this next big thing. And this is a huge leap in the games. Like we're talking games that, you know, Final Fantasy 1 takes 8 to 12 hours to beat, through Final Fantasy 6 takes like 25 to 30-ish. So, you know, not, you know, insignificant, but they're not huge. This one, we're talking 60, 70, 80 hours to beat this one. Casually. But so, like, Square Enix wanted to make this next big thing, but it wouldn't fit on the cartridges for the Super Nintendo. Or even the Nintendo 64, which was in, you know, production and development at that time. And so Square Enix was like, hey, can we, you know, use disc technology? Do you guys want to make a console that uses discs? We'll make this game to help you sell that console. Nintendo said, no, discs is a terrible way to make games, that'll never happen, kind of thing. The Nintendo 64 is where it's going to be going forward from there. And, you know, if you want to make a new Final Fantasy, make it fit on the 64 cartridge. Square Enix didn't want to do that. So they went to Sony and said, hey, we have this IP, we're willing to work with you guys if you're willing to make like a disc console. And so Sony made the PlayStation. And, you know, there were other factors involved, I'm sure. It wasn't like exclusively Square Enix made the PlayStation, but it was a huge contributing factor of like, okay, suddenly they have this big IP, this big title that is going to be able to be tied into, you know, this new console we're going to be releasing, and we're going to like heavily support and promote this, and it's just really cool. There it is. Why did the venue sound just disappear? That's weird. It would be faster. Not slower. All right. So, what are we naming ourselves here? I think this is going to be the General Me character. I think is what I usually do for this one. So. Wait, what if we go with that's not gonna fit. No. We can just simplify it here. What do we go with just the Galg? What do we think? Yeah, no, it's a huge change. Okay. Who do we name this gentleman? Yeah, I can see this as Mac, for sure. Alright. Mac it is. But like, look at this, they were able to do like cool like camera things and pre-rendered backgrounds and like just the technology jump is impressive. Like, you know, you look at it nowadays and it's, you know, kind of laughable, it looks cheesy, that sort of thing, but why did that suddenly get quieter, I wonder? Oh, we gotta hydrate? Alright. Oh, this is almost empty. And that was the last of it right there. Oh, and now it's like piercingly loud again. Make up your mind, game. Like, I want it to be audible, but like, let me put it there. We'll see what that does. Okay, maybe up just a little bit from there. There, that's a good balance. There we go. Alright. Alright, Mac is now in our party. I just like, okay, for me there's a huge nostalgia factor here, but I love the music for this game. It's so good. It's so like all on theme and it's so well written, like not the lasers. And yes, Mac does have a gun for an arm. Although we will be able to turn that into other things later. Oh, I will show you the other cool feature we can do with this game. Config window color. We can customize the color of the window. So what do you think? What color should a window be? Come on. What do you think of that one? We could roll with that for a while. Time for the first boss fight. Let's go. Okay, we have electricity. This game also introduces a mechanic called limit breaks, where it's like if you... Oh, that's going to be a problem. Oh, crap. If you fulfill certain conditions, you will, get a super powerful move. So now we just gotta wait for it to lower its tail. You're just not supposed to attack when the tail's up. Man, it does not like me. There we go, we got him. "10 minutes to detonation." Time carries over in menus and between battles, so we're just gonna hoof it. This game also is just another neat little trick that you might have just caught there. We did get back attacked, which is bad. You take more damage if they hit you from behind. But if you trigger the runaway really quick and let go, it turns your characters around. So you're not getting the double damage from getting hit in the back. Well, it's not quite double damage, but more damage. You know what I mean. Jesse, your foot's stuck. We're gonna save you. Oh, this time we got the back attack on them. Get wrecked, guys. Here, help you get your foot unstuck. Here we go. And she just Mario jumps over me. Alright. That's not what I wanted. Alright, so this is kind of a memory test. You're supposed to remember, like, which one opened which door, because the other one just doesn't know the code. It's not really, like, a huge deal. Worst case, you lose, like, 10 to 15 seconds, which, as you can see, we're doing fine. Like, kaboom! And with that, we're terrorists. Oh, right. I keep wanting to... I keep wanting to use the D-pad, but for whatever reason, the controls in the PC version of this, like, force me to use the analog stick. It's weird. I just gotta get used to it. Oh no! Someone just ran into her. Rude behavior. I mean, at this point, they're just showing off with the PlayStation, like, just having the electricity be coursing along these things while your characters are running around, like, they're just showing off. Do, 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 boo, boo, boo. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, you know, if you're gonna play, show off, have fun. Like, come on, I can take them all on. I was in the soldier. Also, these guys are really bad shots. And overkill. Come waltzing in here making a big scene. No big scene, just what I always do. Yeah, it's not amazing, but like for what they had the tools to use, it's pretty good. Like, yeah, there's a few scenes like that, but they're usually fairly short. So, ooh, excuse me. I was exploring, Mac. Calm down. And that is how Mac would empty a bar. Just kick in the front door and start shooting. Alright, and this is the childhood friend of the Galg. What do we name them? They are primarily a punchy person. They like beating the crap out of things. We're gonna go with blue for this one. Just quickly adopt a nonchalant pose. Sit at the table. Alright, so we'll go through the tutorial here. I don't really need it. But, you know, you get, like, if you go through the tutorial stuff, you get some, like, minor rewards. But this is an interesting way that they did the magic in this game. It's the materia system. So instead of like having classes or spells inherently be learned by certain characters, every bit of magic, whether it's spells, abilities, summons, all of that, is tied to materia now. And so while some people will have like inherent stats that lean them more towards one way or the other, you can make anybody be any class by assigning them the proper materia. Also, you level up the spells individually. So, like, you can kind of see here, the Cure materia will level up and get new spells as that materia levels up. And they're going to leave the 7-year-old tending bar. I'm awake, kid. I do find it kind of cool that they made the tutorial of this game, like, not that, you know, your character needs to do anything because he was in Soldier, but it's about him teaching these random people. So that's pretty, it's an interesting little twist. No, that wasn't Mac's dog, unfortunately. That was just a random dog. But he was a good doggo. Alright, I think... Yeah, the dog receives all the pets, for sure. I think that's where we're going to wrap up for today. We got started on 7, we beat 6, we did good. We had a good run here. And we will be definitely picking this up next week. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I'm excited to play this one. Current plan is Borderlands tomorrow, Elden Ring Sunday, normal stuff throughout the week. And then, yeah. I appreciate who shows up, chats, lurks, follows, all of that